5-valve test on an ASSE 1056 spill-resistant vacuum breaker. First, flush the test cock. Step number 1, open the test cock and then close. Step number 2, loosen the vent screw and then close the vent screw. Next, attaching the test kit. Step number 1, attach or hang the test kit. Step number 2, the test kit shall be centered at test cock number 1 for all tests. Step number 3, close the high and low valve and high and low bleed valves. Open the bypass valve. Step number 4, attach the high to test cock number 1. Step number 5, open test cock number 1. Step number 6, bleed the air by opening the high bleed valve and then close. Next, test number 1, the tightness of the check valve and shutoff valves. Step number 1, close number 2 shutoff. Step number 2, close number 1 shutoff. Step number 3, slowly remove the vent screw on the SVB. If the differential gauge reading is 1 psid or higher, when the discharge from the vent screw stops, record as passed.
Yep.
Test number 2, the air inlet opening. Step number 1, remove the air inlet canopy. Step number 2, open the high valve and record the differential gauge reading when the air inlet opens. Step number 3, record if air inlet valve is fully open. If the air inlet is visually open when the differential gauge reading is 1 psid or greater, record the valve as passed. Lastly, restore the system. Step number 1, close all test cocks. Step number 2, remove all hoses. Step number 3, open all valves on test kit to drain the water. And step number 4, restore to pre-test state.
Now, when we were draining the air out of the hose to check the number 1 check, that's when you can fill the top with water. That helps you to see when it drops down. And that's it.